Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another Monsters video. So in today's video, we are back with another account review. We got episode 31. Let's see what we got in today's video. I'm going to be reviewing your accounts and I'm going to give you guys tips and tricks on how to improve your gameplay. So I hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. Anyways, let's go and get started. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know this, but in case you don't, I always like to mention it. If you guys want me to review your account, if you want to have a chance of me reviewing your account, all you really have to do is go in the comments, just comment down below your team name and your profile. So for example, it would be Monster Gaming, Team Sylvia, and then you can add in any other comments and just hit submit. And then I will be picking a random person to basically review. And I'll be going over obviously your PvP setup, you know, how to, what I think of it and how to improve it. And then there's obviously monsters you can actually improve, like, or invest on, you know what I mean, or to even obtain. But most of the time it's sort of like rank up a specific monster. Ladies and gentlemen, the first player we got here is Dylan. So this was actually one of the comments I saw on my last episode 30 account review. And taking a look at Dylan's profile here, he is the lead, of course. First thing first, okay, I understand. Here's the thing, sometimes you got to make a tough decision. I understand you're a leader, but with a team like this, I would do two things, okay? One is either to leave it. If you don't want to leave it, you've got to then replace all these players, because every single one of them, except maybe like these two that were active today, this one, you know what I mean, these players right here, you've got to keep those, but you got to boot out the ones that are inactive in the team, because you're not getting anywhere with a team like this. 7 coins, 20 coins, you can do better, Dylan. Come on. And for those that are in the team, obviously, again, you can either stay with the team or you can just dip out and join a better team. And your profile is actually not bad. The type of monsters that you have, you can definitely join a team that would get at least 100 coins or more per war. And then the thing with that is that you can actually get yourself those gold medals. And with gold medals, you can actually get yourself even like relics and you know, runes and things like that to invest in. So something I would recommend doing, first of all. But anyways, this monster, or this player, has a 24k MP, level 74. We've got, for attack team, he is using Diabolus with this denier here. And the denier is not even full team speed. I understand the play you're doing here, you know, making this monster super fast. And then this one's somewhat fast, not too fast. And then you have JJ super, you know, powerful. The thing with JJ being this powerful, it's really not needed. What I would do the most is make JJ like maybe 1 strength and 2 speed, if anything. I really like the fact that you have those level 12s. That's actually impressive for your level. I've never seen that before. Those are level 12s, right? Am I mistaken, or that's actually level 12s? Yeah, look at that. That's literally level 12. That's awesome. But what I would do, this doesn't add up, man. Look, level 5s, you jump into level 12. And this one has level 5s too. Does this one have, yo, what the heck? Okay, did you get him from like the treasure cave, or maybe the golden legends pass or something? That's crazy. Wow. But anyways, what I would do here for your team, I would get rid of this Google monster. This too you can keep, but you gotta get rid of this, and you can replace it with like a supporter, or like even a denier, even like a block resurrection monster, like someone with block resurrection trait. Oh, you have Tideborn, literally, even better. Why don't you use Tideborn? I understand this is a level 130 and this is a 100, but keep in mind, this is a ancestral monster compared to a mythic. And not just that, but also this monster has block resurrection trait. If you could get it to at least, oh, I see, it's not rank 3. You got to get it to rank 3 then. Get it to rank 3, use that monster. Even Gardenian's a really good monster, guys. Primerion you have, wow. You got some really good key monsters there. But yeah, anything anything but this monster, really. I understand there's also Inspiration. Inspiration can actually come in handy, but you can do better. With your defense team, you can run the setup. The setup's not bad. You're using a double resurrector with obviously you know, Mater there, but life with 2 speed, I don't think that monster really needs a speed. You can run team speeds instead. That's what I'm doing, at least for my Euro. But if this is working for you, you can keep it. But I would suggest, you know what I mean, switching some things here and there for the runes. Like this too, you can swap those for team speeds. You can keep the life. This one, you can keep the strength if you want and just run it as is. You're gonna look at your relics. You got Flame Mars SN. Try to work and get yourself Shadow SN, if not one of the newer ones from the ancestral, you know, one of the ancestral relics. Now I do like the fact that you have ancestral, the Slumpster Trap there. for stamina regen. I think this is just a mistake, right? I mean, I don't know. You got the relics missing, so I'm not sure. But these need to go. You don't want to use these, okay? I understand you're just trying to like fill the gaps there, but you gotta get rid of it, man. Now, taking a look at your best monsters, what I would recommend doing if you were to focus on monsters right now to rank, I would focus on this monster, the magic, a JJ. So these two, and then I would do Primerion. Primerion is really good. Even Diablos. Diablos is good too because of the immune to death countdown. Obviously, really counters Ural's relic here, demonic pact. So that really counters that. And then I would do Tideborn, and then from there you can do the remaining monsters. Here's the thing, Everest is good too, but there are better monsters to first invest in and focus on. Everest is great, trust me. If anything, I would probably throw in Everest in there in the list in the beginning too. But the first two monsters you definitely need to focus on are these two right here. Once you get these maxed out, focus on the other ones, you know what I mean? But your last ones should be, in terms of ancestral, for what you have, your very last ones should be Bashir, Calarok, and the Grafania. And maybe this one. This one's okay. For Team Wars, it's good. But for PvP, I mean, for your league, you got better monsters to use, obviously. Now, I do see you have someone like him. He is a supporter. Never mind. I wouldn't invest in that personally. Gardenia is really good. Because of the artifact and toxins, if you could get it to rank 3. That monster is pretty good. If you make it tanky, run it on your defense, players will time out, literally. Because of how OP that monster is right now, because you can't really trade disable it either. But anyways, with that being said, the remaining monsters you can just not focus on. Just ignore them, you know what I mean? Taking a look at your account here, let's see what we got here. I see a lot of Panikins already. I heard Panikin farming doesn't work anymore. But anyways, so what you got here, let's see. I'm seeing a lot of light monsters. Okay, light with dark magic as well. Am I seeing some magic monsters? Yeah, I'm seeing a few magic, but you got more light monsters, obviously. So you mixed, you got obviously dark monsters. You got your light, and these could be dark too. I might be mistaken. It's maybe dark with magic mixed, but majority of them you do have it in the right spot, right area. Even these monsters, these are light monsters, by the way, for those guys wondering. They're not magic, but so far so good, I would say. This is actually not bad. I like the layout, you know what I mean? Like, basically, if you were to kind of split them in two, it's like this right here. Like, this half right here on the left side, this whole half is basically, what do you call it, light monsters, and then the other half is just dark. Now, taking a look at here, what do we have here? So you have Tiny Trap, is it metal? But I know it's nature as well. It's nature monster, but maybe mixed with metal, I think. But you got water monsters, basically. I mean, wait, actually, maybe it's water. My bad. But yeah, you got your water monsters. That's not bad. I just throw Panikin in there. That's pretty random. Now, what I would do with this Panikin, extract the cells, throw the habitat into not garbage, but maybe storage, and then just place another like mythic habitat if you can fit one in there. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But maybe if you like squeeze some things here, I know for a fact you can move this a little bit to the other side, and then possibly place a mythic habitat here. If not, a bunch of ancestrals, maybe, I don't know. But anyways. Oh, that's actually something I kind of randomly hit me. We're gonna get a whole new design. Did you guys know that? So for example, this multiverse thing that you see, like all these glitchings and stuff that happen on the island, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a new one because the new era is starting. You know what I mean? But anyways, this is all random, so I'm just gonna ignore that. You can probably throw this into get used, you know what I mean? Place in some monsters, like mythics, for example, that could generate you millions and millions of gold. And then you have your earth monsters here, obviously still being worked on. You do have your metal monsters. What the heck? Wait, what? Why do you have metal boosts here? Okay, get rid of these. What are you doing? Okay, so these could be placed better too. Like, you see how you have them placed right here? If you have the monster right here, I don't think he's receiving all like full 40% boost. If anything, I would spread them out like this, if anything, or at least just place them where how everybody would be getting 40% basically. You know what I mean? You got your fire monsters. I see what you got here. Magic. Cool. Okay, not bad. Still being worked on. But this little island for 4 boosts is insane to me. If anything, you could throw in 2 boosts here, and this island you can make it your magic. You can just expand it, so it'd be 2 islands basically full of magic monsters. But this, I actually like this. It's close to the main island where you have access to the extra hatchery. For team race, it helps out. because I'm pretty sure you do invest in the Golden Legends Pass from the way your profile looks. If not, that profile looks pretty good for a free-to-play player. Now here, I like this. Obviously, keep this island for your food farms, and this is just a bunch of obviously pannikins. I feel like pannikin farming doesn't work as well anymore. If anything, I would replace it with mythic monsters. And then also these monsters you see here, right now you can keep it because obviously you don't, I assume you don't have more mythic monsters. You're still building more habitats. If not, you're upgrading them. So once you run out of space, get rid of all of this, throw all these monsters into your monster vault. Okay, don't sell them. Those, just throw them in your monster vault because you might need them in the future breeding. But I like this level 12. That's cool. For level 74, that is pretty good. And then in terms of your guardians here, these two are good. You can work your way into making this work. So fix this, but right now you don't need it unless you end up joining another team. For team wars, this helps a lot, and same with PvP. This can actually boost up your monster stats a lot. So anyways, get these 2 to 3 stars because they'll help you quite a lot. But with that being said, let me see. You can eventually unlock this island for free if you reach level 100, I think it is, right? So get yourself, on your way to 100. Level 74, I feel like that is a bit high. So yeah, you can work your way up. I know I usually tell players not to level up too fast, but for this exact scenario or case, I would say it's okay to level up because you're already at a high level. Those challenges are not going to be, it might get slightly harder for you, but it's worth it. You're going to get a whole island here, but I wouldn't do it anytime soon. I would just do it just let it do its thing. Just level up normally the way you would until eventually you run out of all these spaces, you know what I mean, to fill up. Because eventually, I'm sure you'll get rid of all these pannikins. You'll place them with mythics. Same with this. You'll place mythic monsters here. So for now, you have time. And you have more islands here to play with. So you're good. You don't have to level up fast. I take that back. The very next player that we have is in Incognito. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's Team Spirit 2015, guys. So Team Spirit 2015, this player, Shotkiller, actually posted one of his, basically his profile into my Discord server. If you guys haven't joined the Discord, by the way, join it. It's the link in the description down below. You go to the MG account review tab and you post a screenshot of your profile. If you want to add any comments to it, go ahead and do so. You're welcome to do so. But here we've got Shotkiller 99. Let's take a look what we got here. 210k MP, level 150, guys. All right, this player has 599 monsters, and let's see what we got here. So we have JJ, level 14 runes. That's actually nice. Graciel 14. I assume all of these are 14s because this is the top player, guys. We're talking obviously the best team in the game, or one of the best teams. I mean, they're like #1 right now in the team leagues or in the team rankings, right? So yeah, I mean, this is a top team, guys. So what are you using? You're using obviously a block resurrection monster with Primerion and Zandy. Zandy 1 speed. Interesting. Oh, you're running team speeds. You're running 6 team speed, 2 team speed on 1 speed? Ah, okay. How does this work out? So the random positive stat effects, then you got Prime obviously denying. Is this enough speed? What if the enemy takes in the turn before you? Like what if they do a 6 team speed with 3 speed Primerion to deny you? You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Because right now, what do you have? You have 50, no, not 50, 53k speed. That is actually in battle, it's going to be a lot more, obviously, because all of those team speed combined together. I feel like something could get in between. For example, a fast prime can actually get in between and basically deny. If not, maybe like a fast Geneza could also get in between and probably beat it. But this is actually not a bad defense. This is actually pretty good. But especially with those level 14s, I mean, you're in the top 9, so you're doing something right. And then your attack team, you got the team speeds, more team speeds, and then... Okay, so team speed is a play on top PvP. Is that what I'm trying to see? Is that what I'm seeing right now? Is that what's going on? But anyways, let's take a look at your best monsters here. So for best monsters, I assume you have... Okay, you have a majority of them maxed out. You have the really good ones, except one of them. I would highly recommend maxing this one out too. This one's going to be pretty good for Team Wars. Like for example, Team War right now, guys, I'll show you guys real quick. So we're matching KB Racers, and you know what I mean? We're going to wait for War starts, which it starts in 53 minutes. I don't know if they're going to set their defense. I'm pretty sure they are. But anyways, this is what I'm setting right now. You know what I mean? I'm running a Block Resurrection monsters with full team speed. Obviously, ignore the runes. You know what I mean? This is the best I could do. Those team speeds. If I had level 14s mutated with life, I would highly recommend. Like I would have given it 100%. I'm doing 7 cents because why not? And then on top of that, I am also doing a demonic pact with these monsters. If anything, I could probably, get rid of 7 cents and throw something else out, but this could sometimes throw the enemy off as well, just applying that random torture or even getting hit with that random torture when the monster is getting hit. And then lastly, of course, we got Kirk, which is like a fast Kirk with 1 strength and 2 speed. And you know what I mean? This monster can also apply a torture here. Applying the ton of damage, you apply the curse. So it could one-shot at least one of the monsters. So for example, if they're going to be using a X-Mass on in their team, X-Mass or any other monster really, Darman, whatever it is, Robotito, even though they're going to die, the Shadow Essence, the double Shadow Essence is going to hit them, and it's going to hit pretty hard. Plus that random torture, they'll most likely lose at least 1 coin. You know what I mean? So this monster is really good, especially when it takes in first turn. Like, you have evasion removal, you know what I mean? You have cold blood that could pierce through taunts and megatons. And right now, this war, the only monster we really have is King Adam that people could really rely on. Prophecy maybe, but I feel like players will 100% use King Adam over that other monster, like, most definitely, because King Adam is like not more up to date, but in terms of like trait, you have that Megaton trait, which is really cool, and just overall just better relics as well, I like. But anyways, so like I said, this is the only monster I would recommend focusing on. Grifani could wait, honestly. These other monsters could wait. Maybe Bashir too later on down the line. But I know there's a new ancestral monster coming out soon. Also, if you guys haven't spent your tickets, make sure to spend the tickets because it's gonna get converted into regular tickets. Okay, so make sure to do that. But anyways, 150 Gardenian. Oh man, this Gardenian is such a pain in the butt. And you have those 14 runes on him. You're one of those players I need to watch out from. Then you got obviously this monster. Yeah, we ignoring that. We're ignoring this too. What do you have here? I've never actually reviewed these monsters, so it's like this is my first time seeing actually like seeing them. This was an extra turner apparently. Those relics are not it for an extra turner at all. Anyways, so with that being said, I mean, you get majority of them maxed out. I would just max this monster out, and then let's take a look at your island. All right, take a look at the island. Now, some things that actually catch my eye straight away is a couple of things that definitely need to be improved on. I mean, here's the thing: if it's for players like Shotkiller, for example, they're like the top players, you know what I mean? They're in the top team, they're doing something right, obviously, they're doing good, but there's always room to improve, you know what I mean? There's always something that you can improve on. Even myself, for example, my account, if you take a look at it, there's so many things that I need to improve on, obviously. But for Shotkiller, what I would suggest is, you know what I mean? Here's the thing: gold doesn't matter. When this player, he's at this level, at that team, I'm sure this player has billions and billions of gold. I'm sure he doesn't care about gold. But if that is something that he does need to improve on, which I can see here, he has room to make even more gold than what he has right now. Like these, yeah, you got to get rid of the tiles. I know it looks really clean. It looks really good here, but you got to get rid of those gold tiles. I used to have so many of them on my island. I had to remove one by one. I'm not even kidding, because there's not a way where you can just select all of them and just, you know, how you can like select and then control delete on your keyboard or whatever. It's not like that. Of course, you got to go one by one. It's a lot of work, but you got to do it. And then these legendary habitats, I feel like you should just replace them with mythics. Where are your mythic monsters anyways? What? Yo, what the heck do you have here? Yo. Okay, that's a lot. Yo, this player just loves tiles, huh? Yo, look at that. There's tiles there, except here. You have all your ancestral monsters, obviously, with mythic monsters. And I bet this monster has so many mythics in his monster vault, because I'm looking around right now, and like majority of these are just legendary monsters, which I would highly recommend replacing. And look at these other monsters here, you know what I mean, are from the old era, like the original mythics era. So I would highly recommend oh wow, this is crazy. This is the only island I can see, but then the remaining here, you just got tiles. Yo, that is insane. Look at the lineup here. This is crazy. But yeah, I would suggest replacing it with mythic habitats. You make more gold, but if you want to keep it the way it is, because maybe you have like billions of gold already, you have everything maxed out, you can keep it the way it is, you know what I mean? I might even down the line, I might just mess around and like, you know, throw in a bunch of common monsters in my main island or something just to mess around, because I have over 60 billion golds and I don't use any of it really. Like you get to a point where you don't need gold at all, or food for your monsters. Like you would have billions of food, you'd have billions of gold, and then you're like, what the heck am I gonna do with this? But anyways, in terms of like keeping the gold boost, like the lineups and everything, I really like this. Like look, it's like spread out so everybody's getting it. And then here you have this for all your food farms. Yeah, either this island or right here, this island works both both works, you know what I mean? You got all your magic monsters, I see, and then you got all your water monsters. You got there aren't any gold boosts here, but this is all just random, obviously, which I understand. What the heck do you have here? Do I see any gold boosts? I don't. This is all random as well, I see. And then you've got all gold monsters, dark. So it just needs to be updated, really. That's really about it. You can keep the gold boosts where they are, but just replace these mythic habits or legendary habitats with mythic, and you know, you'd be good. You know what I mean? That's all. It'll be golden. And yep, you definitely have all these 3 unlocked, which makes sense, obviously. Top player in a top team. So, and then level 14, that's awesome. If I had to guess, without Golden Legends Pass, okay, this is without the Golden Legends Pass, he would be making at least, is that probably like 30 million every 8 hours? Maybe slightly less, but around 30 million, I feel like that's what he's making in terms of gold. I might be wrong about that, but that's just a like educated guess. With gold boost, with the golden Legends Pass, obviously he's probably making more. But for me, look at this. Okay, I have 63.3 billion right now. I wish there was, like a gold thing here so we could actually see it. But I have 63.3. I'm gonna go ahead and collect this, and I'm gonna collect all of these. And this is without the golden Legends Pass. So look at that. It's 63.4 now. You know what I mean? So it's a pretty good amount, but of course, you know what I mean, I could be making more if I had access to the golden Legends Pass, because it just doubles everything. And there's obviously things I can obviously improve on, which I'll probably just cover in a whole different episode. I could just review my own account or something. That would be fun, but we got to continue the account review, guys. The next player we have here is Monster Master from Mark's Army. Now this player left a comment saying, I left after Metropolitan. Oh my gosh, I can't even speak. I left after the Metropolitan era and came back recently, and I'm free to play. Could you review my account and suggest how to make better team? Okay, I'll see what I can do to make a better team for you. All right, so 13k MP, level 89, guys. Let's see what we got here. So we have a Panduff, pure Panduff, denier basically slash supporter. You've got Wangshu basically being the somewhat denier, basically, you know what I mean? And then you got Heist as your attacker. Defense team, on the other hand, you are using some more corrupted monsters, obviously. I see a denier there. Are you running full speed? You're not running any kind of... Oh wow, okay. So what I would suggest, first of all, for your letterless, if you're going to be running this monster, I would recommend doing a full speed. This monster, if I remember correctly, he can be used... Okay, he's like a torturer slash somewhat of a tank. Not really. He doesn't have any taunt or anything like that. Not that I remember, at least. But I don't know. I mean, if you're going to be running him as an attacker, then you got to swap him. Or if you're going to use Sir Valgar, you got to swap him with like a tank or something. In your team here, I would make this monster full speed. So run this monster full speed. Pure Panduff, I would do team speed, team speed, team speed. And then Heist, you can do 1 strength and 2 speed, or 2 strength and 1 speed. Really up to you. Make some match, you know what I mean? But for your best monsters here, let's see what we got here. Okay, so you're using Archknights. We got Byzeal. Byzeal is not bad in terms of resurrecting monsters. You could probably use this in your team, by the way. Like, you could use Byzeal instead of Futuratops. I do understand there's like stat difference because of the rank, but you can probably invest in this monster, make it a little bit higher, and then use this monster instead of your Futuratops. So you have a resurrector there in case if any of your monster ever dies, you can resurrect somebody, you know what I mean? So in terms of who to invest in here, now, just from what I'm seeing here, what I would suggest is ranking up Dark Voltaic. Dark Voltaic would be helpful for you for the long run. Another monster would be maybe like Pure Panduff from the Corrupted era, because this monster has access to really good relics. Not just that, but also skill wise, you can do a turn transfer, you could do denials and stuff like that. It's really cool. And then if you need a damage booster, you could probably do this monster right here, Mr. Not Found. This monster, when he first got released, he was actually pretty solid, I feel like. I remember using him in Grandmasters, and I was just dominating, man. Alright, taking a look at your island, you've got some monsters from the original Mythic era. You've got some other monsters, obviously, that I'm seeing from Cosmic. And I already mentioned the original, but also Corrupted. Okay, now it is somewhat all over the place. If you want to maximize your gold production, I always mention this to players. I'll say it again. Your main island, you can actually fit at least 2 or 3 different elements, if not even 4 if you're a beginner. So for example, what I mean by that, you see how this is, look at this as a square island, okay? This is what I mean. You see this right here? You see this? Yeah, it's literally a square, right? So what you want to do is you want to split this into 2 If you don't want to do 2, you can do 4, okay? That way you can fit one element here, one element to the right of it, the other element in the bottom, the other one in the bottom left. You know what I mean? So you can fit 4 different elements. What do I mean by that? So for example, if you were to do that 4 that I mentioned, you can do dark monsters here, just random, okay? This is just a random element I just chose. Dark monsters here, thunder monsters here, you've got water, and you got like nature monsters here. You know what I mean? So you're basically maximizing all your space, and you can throw in some gold boosts next to them so that they make you a lot of gold, obviously. So for example, I see that there's a majority of water monsters here that you have, and also it is a mix of like all elements, even darks. So you could do like water here, then you can do dark, and then you still have more space right here, okay? You literally have a square right here that you can fit at least a couple more habitats of whatever element you want, and then more habitats here. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So at least maybe 4 habitats of each element. That could still make you a pretty good amount of gold. Probably more than 4 actually, 4 habitats. But if you don't want to do that, you can literally split it in half right here and then do one element here and one element to the right of it. Just saying. And then here you got obviously some fire monsters. I see there's a gold boost. You got to get more of those gold boosts. I don't know why players think it's like a bad idea to spend gold on gold boosts, but in the long run it's going to help you make a lot more gold. Like I've made a majority of my gold from just gold boosts, you know what I mean? Like all the gold that I have, over 60 billion, at least half of that, if not more, have, you know, it's because it was helped by the gold boost. You know what I mean? The gold boost helped me. But here we've got just random elements. So okay, that thing right there, you can probably fit it in here. Actually, I don't think you can fit it in there. I see you fit a majority of them there. You could probably move this habitat and place it there, and also your monster vault could go in there as well. And then I see you have another one, so you could probably fit 2 of those in there, and you can keep your monster vault in this island right here. So just maximize those little spaces as well. I see that you actually purchased most of these islands already, but the rocks still need to be cleared. Obviously, you got to start working on getting these rocks cleared. And another thing I would suggest you doing, because I don't think you have too many of them, at least get at least 3 or 4 of worker hugs, like those worker little hugs. You got to get at least 3 or 4 of them. I see that you actually have only 2 of them here. Maybe you have more, I don't know, but you got 2 of them, and obviously you got to get more of them. I understand it costs gems, and gems are hard to come by. Once you purchase it, you never have to purchase it again, so you never have to look back. That's another investment I would highly recommend making at your level. Another thing would be, obviously you have all these 3. That's actually really good. Start working on leveling them up as well. So try to get 3 stars on this first, 3 stars on this, and then 3 stars at this last. Level 8 rune. You can probably upgrade this down the line. For now, you don't really have to worry about it, but this is another thing that really helps improve your gameplay. The higher the rune building and the higher your runes are in your monsters, the better you're going to be getting in the game. You know what I mean? It's like, for example, in a team war, right? I'll show you guys in a second. I'll give you guys an example. So a majority of the teams that we have matched, they have had runes around our level 12s, 13s, maybe even 14s, but there's a couple of them. But there was a recent war, this one right here, guys. We matched one of the best teams in the game, and they had majority of them, like literally 80% or more, had level 14 runes, and we had level 11s, 10s, and maybe 12s most. A couple of our players, maybe 1 or 2, had level 14s, but you can see the difference, and they were able to score more coins than us because of that. Another thing is obviously not just runes, skills matter too, but especially runes. Like runes really do matter in this game, guys. You guys have no idea. Runes, relics as well. It's crazy to me. So that I highly recommend you know, investing in better runes as well, because that would improve your gameplay a lot. And don't forget about relics as well. Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today's Emulsions video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.